Last week, Srixon Golf announced the acquisition of Brooks Koepka, the four-time major champion, to a multi-club deal. Today, we're going to look at what clubs are in his golf bag. Brooks Koepka has been a free agent for 5 years, so this was a bit of a surprise. First up, let's jump into the driver. Brooks Koepka is using a Srixon ZX5 driver in 9.5 degrees with a Mitsubishi Diamana D Plus 70TX shaft. Previously, Brooks has been using a TAYLORMADE Sim 2 driver. Going to the Srixon ZX5, here at GolfMagic we were a little bit surprised by that. We expected him to go to the ZX7 driver. Don't be too surprised if you see Brooks doing that in 2022. I imagine that the ZX5 he's using because maybe his form isn't the best right now and he's struggling with the driver, as we saw in his last few tournaments. ZX5, very good driver, but we're expecting him to probably go to the ZX7 in 2022. Who knows? Now for the 3-wood, this is a club that he's not actually tied down to Srixon with. It is not a full bag setup with Srixon, and this is his old faithful TaylorMade M2 Tour High Loft, done at 16.5 degrees and with a similar shaft to his driver, the Mitsubishi Diamana D Plus 80TX. He had this in the bag when we did his What's in the Bag earlier this year. I'm expecting this to stay in the bag for a long time for Brooks. It's one of those clubs that he's never going to get rid of. Now going on to his irons, first up let's go for his driving iron. This is again a club that he's had in the bag for a very, very long time. Don't believe me? Well, it is a Nike iron. That shows how long he's had it there. A Nike Vapor Pro 3 iron. These have been discontinued by Nike as well as all other equipment by Nike, and this is actually very, very hard to come by. I've seen this a few times on eBay and it is easily £200–300. That is a 3 iron, and for his 40 pitching wedge, he has the Srixon ZX7 irons. He's actually had these again for quite a while, although he is now signed with Srixon, he was using these previously. So this is actually quite an easy change for Brooks so far, just apart from that driver. And with shafts, he has a slightly different shaft for his driving iron, which is a Fujikura Pro Tour Spec 95X. And then going on to his Srixon irons, he's got the True Temper Dynamic Gold X100 shafts, which you see a lot on tour. I've used them myself, they're pretty good. Moving on to wedges, this for me is perhaps one of the most interesting changes. Brooks as a free agent has dabbled in a few, but recently he has been using the Vokeys for quite a long time. I wouldn't really expect a change from Vokeys to be that easy, and with the Srixon Cleveland partnership, that's what he's changed to, the Cleveland RTX ZipCore with the Tour Rack Raw finish. The lot of these are 52, 56 and 60, nothing too crazy here. And with the shaft as a True Temper Dynamic Gold Tour Issue S400, this is a pretty standard setup. We have reviewed these Cleveland wedges on our channel, be sure to go check it out because we were really, really impressed by the actual design and feel of this club. So we think Brooks will get on quite well with these, as we saw when he played Bryson DeChambeau in the match, but long term, who knows, we'll have to wait and see. The last club in his bag is obviously the putter. Now, you wouldn't really expect Brooks to put in a Srixon or Cleveland putter in the bag, and that is why he has stayed with his Scotty T22 Newport 2 prototype. As I said earlier, this is not a 14 club deal. He had some freedom to choose what he wants, which is why he has kept a few clubs in the bag, being a driving iron, a 3-wood and a putter. Arguably, the putter could be the most difficult club to change to when you're going to a new brand, and that's why it's made it a bit easier on Srixon in Cleveland, because he's kept with his Scotty. And last but not least is the golf ball. Brooks Koepka did use the Titleist Pro V1 X golf ball before, and now he's changed to a prototype Srixon Z-Star golf ball. We've reviewed both of these. I don't think the change will be too difficult, but that's from an amateur perspective. From a tour perspective, they notice absolutely everything, so you may think changing golf balls might be quite difficult. But a prototype golf ball, a golf ball that he may have had a little bit of input in, it looks like he's handling it quite well, as you could see in the match against Bryson DeChambeau. That is it for the Brooks Koepka What's in the Bag going into 2022. We're really excited to see how Brooks performs with Srixon and Cleveland Golf. We absolutely love the brand, and we think the Srixon ZX7 irons are one of the best in the game. You've been using them for quite a while, but how will the other changes get on? Let us know down in the comments below, and if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like as well. If you guys are new to the GolfMagic YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all of our videos. There'll be lots more What's in the Bags coming very soon with all new product releases, so stay tuned for those. I'll see you guys at the next video.